Hi, my name is Beck. Some of you might know me from raiding on the Darth Malgus server on Star Wars The Old Republic. And today I'm going to be showing you how to create a custom Starparse timer for the hard mode Temple of Sacrifice Revan fight. So here's Starparse, looks all normal. Many of you will have seen these Starparse before. I'll leave the link to Starparse down in the description below if you don't already have it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find the app data for Starparse. So the usual place to find it might be in several places. You can search for it using the search bar. That's probably an easy way to do it. In the top right corner, you can't actually see it because of where my camera is. Let me just move that. There we go. You can search for it just here. The other way you can find it is to go. It's normally in the username, so Toby H. Toby's my real name. There we go. And you can find it in the app data section. So once you're inside the app data folder, you want to go local. You want to find Starparse. There'll be a lot of listed programs and Starparse is down here. Starparse, so local Starparse, then go into app, then go into client, then go into app again. Now, then there will be a lot of files, including this one's quite interesting. This is an XML document which contains the code for all of the Starparse timers. And in fact, if you send an XML file like this to someone else, they can copy your timers direct from here and just copy them into their own XML document. Or just replace it with your XML document and have all your timers instead of their own. But it exists here, and it's called Starparse timers, and it has to be called that in order for the timers to work correctly, I believe. So in here, there's an unzipped folder called Sounds. You can see that here, the unzipped one. There's a couple of unzipped versions, but we don't want to use those. We want to use the unzipped Sounds folder here. So we've taken there. Now here you can see every sound that's listed that exists for Starparse timers. I've added a few custom ones in here, as you can see. There's like Bronte's Flesh, Bronte's Capable, all kinds of those kind of things. And in fact, if we listen to one of these,
My pets are legion.
some of you will recognise those phrases from the Operation Dread Palace there. So I've just MP3'd and put them in here, and you can use them to make other types of custom timers as well, not just Revan Hard Mode. But for this demonstration, I'm going to be talking about Revan Hard Mode. So you can see in here, there's several named folders of the people, so Nivea, Jem, Amy, which you'll recognise from if you go into Starparse and try to create a timer. You can see that they have for countdowns, they have these options, the named options, YOLO, Never Are, etc. So what I did is I added in two custom ones, Revan Pull and Revan Push. You can see them there, and they also equivalently work in Starparse. I'll demonstrate that shortly. And inside each of these folders, any of them, even the vanilla ones, they are 1 to 10 in numbered recordings, which each contain
6.
Shockingly enough, the number, a recording of someone saying the number. Now in my one, they are the numbers, and I've copied these, I think, from Jim's one, most of them.
1.
There we go. But there's also this number 6, which you can see isn't from the album voice recorder. It's a custom one that I added in. It's named 6, but it does not say 6 whatsoever. This one, in fact, says Revan Pull. And if you listen to it, it's a recording of me just saying the word pull.
Pull.
There we go. And the same is true for the push one as well. In here. Yeah, in the push one. This is a push one.
Push.
There we go. Just recordings. Now, if you want to record your own sound, rather than you could download a royalty-free one off the internet, but if you want to make your own one like I did, I recommend the program Audacity. It's a free open source recording software. Very simple and intuitive to use. You just press the record button, record some audio on your mic, and press the stop button, and then file, export as MP3, and then you can save it wherever you like. So you can put it here, and you can rename that file to 6, which is what I've done here. So, and then that's all you need to do in order to set it all up. You put it in a folder with the name. The names are completely arbitrary. I've called them Revan Push and Revan Pull for clarity on what they are, but you could call them anything you like. If we go back into Starparse, into timers, and we look at the timers. Now, default, there are 2 timers for the Revan Push and Pull that already exist here as default in the vanilla download of Starparse, which I'll leave in the description for anyone who doesn't already have it. You can see built-in Temple of Sacrifice, Revan Push and Revan Pull here. Now, I've given them colours so that they display nicely on the Combat Timers interface. It's quite useful to have that as visually as well, just in case you miss it for some reason. But we've got Revan Push and Revan Pull. Now, I've got them set to when they actually happen, they do an alarm like this. But before that, they'll count down using the countdown mechanic that exists in Starparse. Now, you can see I've called the Revan Pull and Revan Push characters that speak. And it will call, if you listen to this one's Revan Pull.
Pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So it'll list my recording of saying push or pull, and then it will do the rest of it. Now to do this, you have to choose your relevant one from your files here, and select it to go down from 6, or whatever number you choose. You could rename it to count down from 3. It doesn't really matter, it's arbitrary. I choose 6 because I think 6 gives me plenty of excess time to move out, especially if I'm playing a melee class during TOS on 3rd floor. Speaking of 3rd floor, these timers built in, they only work on the 3rd floor of Temple of Sacrifice. They also don't work if you die during 2nd floor, so try to stay alive. But they will always work if you survive up to 3rd floor and you're on the 3rd floor. Make sure to listen for your aberration caller, of course, but for the most part, this is good for the push and pulls, and it's consistent every time, because although quite often people have a caller, someone calling the push or pulls anyway, having your own one, it's guaranteed every time. And when you hear the push or pull,
Pull.
that's usually time for me to move out. It gives me plenty of time to move. So that's pretty much that. And so have fun with that. I hope it works out for you and it runs as it should. Remember, you've got to select it in the menu here. You've got to select it to run with the tick. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Thank you for watching. Bye.